Hey the internet, this is Lock. Bit of a change of pace for this video. I'm not playing an MMO. I know what you're thinking. There's nothing wrong. It was just something that fell into my lap and it looked interesting, and I thought it'd be really fun to just, try something a little bit different, jump into the game completely blind, and that's what you're watching right now. You're watching me playing the game for the first time, trying to work out what the hell was going on. While I was playing, I was doing a commentary, trying to be really interesting, and I got the setting wrong to record my microphone at the same time. So all of that glorious just wit and humor and and classic jokes are lost forever in the mist of time. But I had a pretty good time playing this game. It wasn't what I expected it to be at all. All I'd seen before I went into the game was the trailer, which you can watch now on the Steam page. It's got the driving rock attitude to it. It's like, this isn't your dad's sci-fi space sim. This is for the cool kids who listen to the rock music that their dads also listen to. But obviously it's got a lot of personality, which I appreciate. There's been quite a few space sims recently, and more coming up. Obviously, Star Citizen's got everyone very excited. No Man's Sky looks like an incredible prospect. But one thing that a lot of those games have in common is they're very serious. Sci-fi can be a very sort of po-faced and serious genre. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see something with a little bit of a different personality to it. Like Firefly's the obvious example, isn't it? That kind of Wild West sensibility. And I think that's kind of what this game's really about. It definitely focuses immediately on the sort of action part of being a space pilot. It throws you right into combat situation, teaching you how to use the guns. I was a little bit confused with it because it doesn't, unless I just couldn't work out how to do it in the short time I've played the game for it. I couldn't move on the vertical plane at all. You seem to be operating on a two-dimensional plane. You have different guns that operate in different ways for different enemies. So it gets that feeling of like a sort of galleon combat, like you're fighting on an ocean rather than in a 3D volume. And it's kind of cool. It means they can do some interesting things with the way that you aim your weapons. Which I like. The big guns that you have, you charge them up and you have to aim them and get them into the sort of golden zone and find that point where the two lines intersect. If you get what I mean, you need to find the point where the collision's going to happen, and the enemies will get out the way sometimes. If they take a turn that you didn't expect, you can miss pretty easily, or I can miss pretty easily. Maybe you're a lot better at video games than I am. So as well as having that direct to the action, straight getting stuck in, getting fighting straight away, it's got a little bit of an Ubisoft vibe going on. It's got you go to a particular point to do a particular thing that's your story quest, but along the way there seem to be dotted around a lot of random encounters and stuff, things to take you off the beaten track a little bit. There doesn't seem to be anything really stopping you from just flying in a particular direction and seeing what you bump into. So there's a nice sense of freedom, at least in the beginning of the game as you're learning. There's those upgrade elements, the RPG elements that we've come to expect from all manner of games. There's ship upgrades, obviously. I've seen in the trailer there was all examples of the different ships and everything that you can get. But there's definitely an attitude throughout the game of, this is kind of they expect you to be Han Solo before Star Wars in this game, I think they expect you to be a sort of, a devil-may-care doesn't play by the rules, but heart of gold, just wants to get the job done and go home, kind of character. I think that's what they're pitching, and it definitely comes across quite well. It's a little bit on the nose sometimes with the way that it uses its music. That kind of the driving rock soundtrack every time you get into combat, but it definitely lends a lot of personality to the game, and I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of personality in games. So that's just really quick first impressions, like not looking anything up about the game, just diving in, rooting around, having a good time. And I have to say, after just an hour or so, it's definitely fun. I think if you're into that style of sci-fi, if you've ever wanted to play as that kind of Han Solo character, and let's be honest, who among us has not thought about playing that Han Solo type of character, then this could be for you. So do let us know in the comments below. Do you think this is the Han Solo story for you? Are you more invested in a different sci-fi space spaceship captain type game, like something more of a sim, like Elite Dangerous? Are you too hyped up on Star Citizen to even be contemplating anything else, or is this more your speed, the more action based rather than sim? Give us a like if you thought this was worthwhile at all, and subscribe for many delicious things from wonderful people, and I'll see you again really soon. Okay, thanks. Bye.